Mike 50. Let's go.
The first carry for the tailback, Devontae Freeman. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. A fake to Freeman. Now it's Ryan. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Quentin Williams. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. So the sack pushes him back, and now 3rd and long for Ryan and the Falcons. From the gun, it's Ryan. Looking deep for Julio. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, and have them back on their heels. Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
Now the first carry for Le'Veon Bell. Bell a first down and then some. He's at the 50. It's a big run that time by Bell. 47 yards.
It's funny, partner. Le'Veon Bell, when he came out of Michigan State, when I go back and look at my analysis of him and what my grades were for him, thought he was a big-time player, great potential, but I didn't know we were going to get this player. I was used to a big, solid, thick running back. But now, I've got a full package, a guy who can do everything, as we just saw there, including breaking tackles.
But at the time, 2nd-round pick in 2013, some people probably wishing they'd taken him in the first. Now a first carry here for Robinson. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Defense able to get there, swarm to the football. Zilch, 0 nada there for the offense, Charles.
Yeah, it really was an example of good team defense, wasn't it? Everyone handled their responsibilities, and they held them to no gain.
There goes a deep ball, end zone. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Sammy Watkins, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
I like the boldness, and I like that they took a shot downfield, but it was well covered, and he was able to get a hand in and knock it away.
So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Darnold. He's got a man. It's Williams. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. That's a first down with a cherry on top, 31 yards. So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. Here's Darnold. And this is caught by Watkins. Touchdown, Jets. Sammy Watkins, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Hopkins with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. A throw over the middle, taken in. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. 14 yards there and a Falcon first down. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Ryan. And he fires one incomplete. Before the game, they were running the route tree about as efficiently and effectively as we could have possibly imagined, but sometimes the passes just go awry. Yeah, let's face it, when you're running the route tree in pregame, you don't have defenders breathing down your neck. You don't have defensive backs making... Is this intercepted? It is! It's intercepted! A.J. Boye with a pick, and they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Now a 1st down carry by Bell. Yeah, he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Well, they're making a real first-quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old-school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they've got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to, as you've said, establish the run game, and they've been successful doing it.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Check, 45 to Mike. Not today, you are. Not today.
On 1st down, Darnold. And this is caught by Watkins. Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to carry the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the 1st down.
I'm on.
They'll try and run it in with Bell. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
A quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. They've been stuffed twice here for losses. Now it's 3rd and goal.
Hey, you don't want to see me. Hey, orbit. Here we go. 37's the Mike. Mike 37. Better bring it.
Now Darnold. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Sammy Watkins with his 2nd touchdown here in this 1st half. And the Jets will extend their lead. Now he's having a nice little 1st half here, partner.
And it's a 1st half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the 2nd quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the 1st half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points. Get that 0 off the board. On 2nd and 11 now. Ryan. And he's got his man on the out route. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be 3rd down.
pass complete, but no gain.
No yards.
Yeah.
So you file that as unsuccessful.
Yeah, you do, don't you? Except on the stats, throwing the ball,
Get a completion.
you get a catch,
Yeah.
but still,
No yardage.
okay.
This one complete to Devontae Freeman. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Right about 20 yards on the pickup. Well, officially, they'll say it's going to go for 19. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So they saw the contact before the ball arrived. Penalty flag for pass interference.
And trying to avoid pass interference is so difficult. You're trying to slow down these skilled receivers, and somehow, some way, they make plays on the football, and sometimes you're there too soon.
He's going to have the hook up to Gage. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Pick it up, guys. Pick it up. Let's go.
Again, Ryan. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Avery Williamson. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. So he can't hang on, and as I watched that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
All right, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
Check 45 to Mike. Ready?
On 2nd and 10, Darnold. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Tyler Davison hauling it off the edge to sack him.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things that's gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. Darnold and the Jets come up 3rd and long following the sack. 3rd and long, it's Darnold. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Tyler Davison. 2 plays in a row now that he has gotten in there for the sack, and it brings up 4th down. And he punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Now this is fielded in the end zone. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Falcons are going to get it at the 20. Ryan and the Falcons now come up 1st and 10 at the 20. The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And it'll be a 2nd and long. Here's Ryan to throw. He's got Freeman here. It's complete. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 17 yards and a 1st down for Atlanta. From the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. Ryan finding Julio out wide. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the 1st. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Freeman. And, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Throwing on second down. Ryan throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll get it down here to the 43.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the Jets' 43-yard line.
Back to the running game. It's Freeman looking for a seam but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. 7th play of the drive forthcoming on 3rd and 8. To throw is Ryan. Well, he's going to go for it all. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Julio Jones, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Bullock good on the extra point, and that'll make our score 14-7. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are on the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
Red 80. I'm going to come back to you. I'm going to come back to you. Everyone, 37's the Mike. Mike 37. Everyone, 37.
Darnold on 1st down. Got his man, Robbie Anderson. And he's got this down to the 35. Now the Jets going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. This is Bell. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. And now a timeout defensively after that 1st down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. On 2nd down, it's Bell. Now Bell hit. He lost the football. And the Falcons say they have it. They do. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. They had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Darnold off the play fake to Bell. Wide open receiver complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 14 yards is the pickup there and a Jet first down.
Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Oh, yeah, I'm coming. SOS, SOS. That's my young lady. SOS.
On first down, Bell. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And finally taken down at the 34. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
Grady Jarrett with the tackle.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. On 2nd and 9, Darnold. Oh, he's going to let this go for the... And it's intercepted at the goal line. It's Desmond Trufant, and a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
The rush defense stout on first down. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Here's Ryan. Sliding out of the pocket. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another... And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. And a terrific return there. They're finally able to corral him down near the 11-yard line. After the interception, here's Darnold. And this is caught by Watkins. He's got a Jets touchdown. Sammy Watkins, his third touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Jets capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Extra point good by Hopkins. And it's now 21-7. Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. On 2nd and 11 now. Ryan. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. It'll be a gain of 9. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. Now on fourth down here, that pass knocked away and incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Jets are going to get the football here in great field position. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. On the counter, here's Bell. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Darnold now to throw. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about.
We're going to sack. 45, check Mike 45. Hey, me and you all day, all day.
After the penalty, it's Bell. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
37's the Mike. Go, go.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Darnold. Flushed out right. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Sammy Watkins, the intended target, but now it'll be 3rd down.
This defense could use some more of these types of plays. How about him reading it, driving on the football, and he's right there for the pass breakup.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Now it's Darnold. This is caught. Watkins. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
1st and goal.
Mike 45. I'm coming for you. You mine.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Stop short of the goal line. A pickup of 2.
Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. So it'll be 2nd and goal when we return. We played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal.
2 times.
Now Darnold keeps it, and he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Now, that was a little too conservative for my liking. It's only 2nd down, and they try to run the sneak. Give credit to the defense. They pushed them back and set up 3rd down.
Well, they've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? They'll try and run. This is Robinson. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line. That was textbook defense on 3rd and goal.
It certainly was, and it got me all excited over here watching that play. It takes me back to my childhood. Remember when you dared people to do something? Right now they're daring them to go for it? No, they're double dog daring them to go for it.
Here's Bosher to kick it away. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. Good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw a play.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the linebacker, Jatavis Brown. I know it's an emotional game, Charles. You can't do that.
And when you get into your film sessions and you argue your case with your coaches, that's exactly what they say at the end. You just can't do it. It costs your team.
Now Bell. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11.
Partner, you know I love to point out when teams break tendency and do something a little bit different from the norm. But when you run the ball in the first play of the drive, that's not a tendency breaker at all. That's just trying to establish yourself as you move forward.
They'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. And Hopkins' kick is good. And that will push this lead up to 20 now. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. On 1st down, Ryan. And it's a fumble, and it's scooped up by the Jets. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, you'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. Now Anderson on the Jets sweep. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
On 2nd down, it's Bell. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. Again, it's Bell. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. That's good for a Jet first down, a gain of 13.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
So it's a victory here for the New York Jets. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for the Jets, their good start continues as they get their record up to 4-2. And they'll get another home date next week as the Jaguars will come to town. Meanwhile, for the Falcons, the loss here will move them back to 500 at 3-3. And they'll try to rebound next week on the road in Washington. That'll do it.
Okay, 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay, I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay, all my girls, they love it, hate me the same. Okay, so when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody gon' want revenge, somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros, left pocket got pound. Somebody gon' want revenge, somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. Step back, let me get some room.